All right, we have a special segment this episode. We're thrilled to spotlight Carrot Top's Beacon Scholarship for Rural America, which supports students making a difference in their rural communities. This year's winner is Colson, and we can't wait for you to hear his story. So, tell me about yourself, Colson. How did you first hear about the Beacon Scholarship for Rural America?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me here. I grew up in rural America. I moved a lot. I have divorced parents, so kind of between houses plus moving some, I was just kind of all over the place in different communities. The one thing that kind of stayed the same though is that I was going from place to place in small town, and I started to really understand this small town community and that patriotism that everyone shares, and not only representing your country to say, but just working together and being there for each other. And when I started applying for colleges and applying for scholarships, this was one that really resonated with me. I did a like scholarship program with one of my sister's friends, and we kind of talked through some scholarships, and this is one that I found at the very beginning. And yeah, it just the essay was super easy to write, and that's the best thing about a scholarship is when you can really just speak from your heart. And so I felt really true to the scholarship.
How did you come to this very knowledgeable position so quickly?
Yeah, I think initiative is definitely the thing that sets people apart. I mean, what do they say? I think like talent is never going to be like hard work or whatever that phrase is. It's said a lot better. But like um I don't know. Everyone has their natural talents and all of that, but to have a good strong sense of initiative and actually see what needs to be done and then act on it, not only letting it be fall to someone else or being too scared to act on it or relying on just your natural capabilities, but really pushing yourself to do what needs to be done. I think is the best thing that you can do. And I you say like, how did I come to realize that so young? But really, I feel like that's the best time to realize that. And it's the easiest because so many people, at least at my age, are um, so complacent and so unable to like act on these um, on their emotions and their values. And so like the one piece that's missing is that initiative.
I mean, you took, that initiative and started this Voices of Change. Will you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Definitely. This was a really fun club that I started with a friend of mine, and we kind of had been seeing at our school that just a lot of people were super opinionated. We go to a very non-diverse high school in Monument, Colorado, that is in a more urban area, but I had to commute about 30 minutes every day to get there. And so at the school, a lot of people were yeah, very opinionated, kind of used to getting what they want without really doing anything about it. And so in an organized community like our high school, when they kind of voiced something but didn't do anything about it and nothing happened, there was frustration. And so we kind of bridged that gap of people talking to actually having action. And kind of showed people the importance of initiative. And so we started this club with one distinct movement that I am particularly proud of. And that's we worked with our neighboring high school who's actually a rival, and they had lost their high school jazz band, and it was an award-winning jazz band, but they cut the funding for it, and there was outrage, but no one actually talking to the people who are doing this. And so my friend Jackson and I, who started the club, we started petitioning and raising money, and were able to present to the committee that had made this decision the support behind this jazz band, and we're able to use some of that funding to both raise awareness but also bring that program back. And so that was, but right before our junior year, and then going into our junior year and throughout our senior year, we led a lot of community initiatives, things such as instating senior parking spots, which I don't know if you guys are familiar, but seniors will like paint their parking spots in something that's personal to them. And that's never been something our school has had. And it was honestly one of the easiest things we had done. All that it took was one conversation and a lot of planning with our advisors at school, but no one had chosen to do it yet. So.
Have they decided, hey, this kid knows what he's talking about? Let's speak up a little more and actually get involved. I mean, have you seen a difference?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Personally, me and my friend, as well as our club, have won multiple awards. And that's been really cool to see because I feel like that's a very quantifiable way to see you're doing well. But also, I think the best indicator of this change being, I don't know, I like to like really think of extracurriculars in a way that if you're not going to continue it past high school or leave some impact there, there's absolutely no point because a lot of people just stack them up for college to kind of pile them on top of each other. But if you're not going to actually like continue doing them, you're not going to actually feel a real impact out of them. And it's ultimately not going to contribute to the character that you're trying to like represent in your college applications, if that makes sense. And so with Voices of Change, we have been able to pass leadership on to the upcoming class. And there's been so many people that are just so excited about it. I mean, we don't have like a specific like list of people in our club because every time we met, it would be 40 or 50 people that were just coming, and most of them were new every time because everyone just wants to see what's going on there. And so with that, we're able to empower so many other people. And with passing leadership on to the next class, these new leaders are able to take it on. And the fact that they're so interested in it just shows me the impact that we've already had.
Awesome.
That's incredible. Thank you, Colson, for sharing your story. It's really inspiring. And
Thank
thanks for
you.
joining us on the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Good luck
Yeah,
to
of
you.
course. I appreciate it.